Hello, YouTube. Okay, so I was on a server the other day, and one of the guys on the server was asking for some help. He needed some help trying to make this little simple gate work with some redstone pistons and pressure plates. He wanted it to do just this. It would stay up like that. You'd walk on the plate, it would go down, you'd be able to walk back over, and it would go back up. Now, the setup he had was something similar to this. It was very simple. He just kind of put one redstone repeater on there and redstone all the way to the base of it so that it would power the pistons. And he ended up with this. Every time he'd walk on the pressure plate, the two blocks would pop up, and then he'd walk off and they'd pop down. So it was more like one of those situations where you have those the tire things that won't let you go a certain way or it'll pop your tire. And he didn't like that. He wanted it to be more like this. So helped him out a bit, and I'm not the best at redstone, so mine's a very simplistic way of doing it and just something that I thought of myself. And so I just wanted to share it because I looked on YouTube and I could not find any videos to help anyone do something similar to this at all. So I figured I'd try and see. I mean, I'm sure there's other people who have done this or wanted to do this and have tried to figure it out and are just like, I have no clue. Okay, so the way I did this, and I'm going to make this as simple as possible, I'm not going to rebuild it for you, I'm just going to show you how I built it in the first place. Okay, so the way that I powered the pistons real quick is very simple. I put the two redstone repeaters on the sides, as you can see here. Okay, now they're both set to the normal setting. There's no delay on those two at all, so you don't need to worry about that. And then I just ran a little U of redstone to connect the two to it. I then ran the redstone off to the side and just put it to a torch, so they're always powered, so they'll always stay up. Now, to get it to where the pressure plates would cut off the signal, I put another piston here with it's another sticky piston, by the way. These are all sticky pistons with a block of dirt, and what it'll do is it'll push the dirt here and it'll insulate the circuit, which will cut off the power from the redstone torch, and it will make them go down. So all I had to do was make it so that these two blocks here had redstone just directly under them, so whenever you stand on this, it powers that, sends a signal. Now they have to be directly under each one. If you only have it under one, only one of the pads will work and the other one won't. And I mean, you can do that if you want to, but it's purely decorative at that point. So to make it work right, that's not necessary. I pulled it around and I used this block here to insulate so that these two wouldn't connect, because you don't want those having power from the redstone torch. And all you do is pull it around, and I put a little repeater here because I've got them on both sides and I want the signal to reach. So now on that repeater I did click it once so that you have a little bit of time to get across. It doesn't automatically cut off the signal when you go across, and you don't end up being picked up by the pistons on accident. And it also it helps to keep the signal going a little bit further so that you end up actually reaching this piston. So I mean, as you can see, it's very simple. Just ran it under it, so none of the power is touching the power, and it doesn't interfere with itself. It's literally just two separate little circuits. One being powered by a redstone to keep the pistons up, another one being powered by the pressure plates to cut off the power to the other pistons. And then you got a very simplistic gate. And then all you have to do is just cover it up, and once you're done with that, it looks very nice. And you can use any block, by the way. You don't need to use gold on top. The only block I'd recommend not using possibly would be a redstone block, because it might interfere with the circuitry. So I would probably stick away from redstone, but I mean, you can use lapis, anything. So I mean, as you can see, watch. Goes down. Oh, well, apparently got picked up anyways. And down, and across. And across and down. Okay. So very simple to do. It looks decent. You can use different fencing. I mean, there's the netherrack fencing, and it might look a little better. just a little bit nicer that way. But it's just a nice little touch. I mean, it's not the... Obviously, this isn't the most secure kind of thing. I mean, if you're like going to someone's house, you're trying to use this as like a block to get them into there, it's not going to work, because I mean, even if they let it come back up, all they have to do is jump over it. I mean, it's one block, so it's not that difficult to do. Oh, and I mean, that's that. Well, hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully it helped some people if anyone was wondering how to do this. See ya.